The question is there more to life than this? Yes. And it's basically a transformational change within yourself. That's what happened to me. And these are the 5 steps that I took to make that transformational change within myself. Yes, I moved 9,000 miles away. By the way, I'm Debbie, and I live in Bali, and I live next door to my mom. She lives over there. We are retired here. Retired is actually just a word, whatever that means. We are no longer living in America and working in America. We are now creating a new life here. So the first step is letting go of resistance. The first step is mental, not material. I didn't start with a financial plan. I started with a philosophical shift, letting go of where I thought I had to live, who I had to be, even what success looked like. When you stop fighting your current circumstances, you free up energy to create something new. That's when the real change begins. When I lived in Los Angeles, the word success felt just like a constant pressure. Everyone was asking, what do you do for a living? What is career titles, income, social status? But when I moved to Bali, something shifted. Being in a new environment, I no longer had to be that person. I can be whoever I wanted to be. No one knows me here. Who do I want to be? Someone who stopped chasing success. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. And strangely enough, that's when what I call success started to show up. Not in the traditional sense, but in how I felt waking up every morning, peaceful, inspired, alive. Letting go of the actual idea of success is what allowed me to actually live it. Step 2, prioritize health over wealth. We often chase money thinking it'll buy us a better life, making us happier. True freedom comes from feeling good in your body. Back in March, Mom flew back to the States to visit family and friends. This is some footage we captured just before she left. She was looking good, feeling good. For an 81-year-old, she had spry in her step. Well, in the 3 months she was there, her health started to decline. I saw a real change when she came back.
In case you're wondering about my voice, I lost it about 2 months ago. It hasn't returned.
So I had to do something. I had to bring her back to where she was before she left, feeling healthy again. By letting go of the stress, the noise, and all the unhealthy habits, especially the food, Mom's been thriving. She's feeling clearer, lighter, and more grounded than ever. And look at this. We just walked 2.5 miles, and she's still walking at this pace. Her thriving like that has taught me firsthand that money has little to do with success and feeling good and happiness. Here in Bali, for me, health is a lifestyle. Fresh food, slower living, daily moments. My mom doesn't have much money, but right now she's still debt-free, living healthy, and still has her wits. So I'm completely grateful for that. And by the way, if you haven't seen my mom's video on how she moved to Bali, I'm going to link it in then one of these areas here. I think it's. And we talk about this. If Mom had all the money in the world, you know what she'd be doing right now? She'd be living in Palm Springs by herself without my brother or me near her. And who knows what she's going to be eating or what she's going to be spending her money on. And she'd be basing her life on what doctor's appointments she would have that week. And she can't even drive anymore. Her eyesight's not the same. So how is she going to get around? Here, we hire a car, or we hire an Uber equivalent, which is Gojek and Grab, and we'll drive an hour and it's $7. So it's totally affordable to have someone drive us from point A to point B. I pay attention to what we're eating, what vitamins are actually going into the food. I'm actually mindful of that. Okay, am I putting vitamin C in? Am I putting vitamin D in? Omega-3s? What vitamins am I eating, or are we ingesting on a daily basis to make sure we're getting our true vitamins? And it's not a pill, it's not a supplement, it's actually real food. And I think that is helping us a lot, keeping us clean. It's like clean living. So the moral of the story is, if you want to start changing your life, start changing what you are putting into your body. Step 3, redefine freedom with purpose. Your purpose maybe isn't your career. Your purpose could be something completely different, and you may not even know what that is yet. But my recommendation is start with something small. My mom and I are now doing this YouTube channel, which is, I think, helping us in many ways. You're the community here. We've made so many friends here just from you guys coming and visiting, and we've actually gone to lunch with several of you. And we're just so grateful for the sweetness and just the joy that you bring to us. So thank you. But it started with us. I think our purpose is to share our life with you. We care about you enough that we are wanting to share what's working for us. It may work for others too, but we had to get out of our own way. But start with something small and let that expand. For example, my neighbor and I, we publish romance novels and contemporary romance. And we've been doing this for 3 years now. And we started with one book, and now we're up to, I think, 8 books. The marketing is not going very well. We are getting a lot of attention. The books are getting very good reviews, but we're not in the black yet. So we're creating a podcast. We're going to share with other indie authors what we're doing differently and how we're going to pivot and change our marketing strategy in real time. Anyway, we're creating a podcast, and that's exciting because it's something new. I have my first interview coming up after I film this. So I'm pretty excited about that. But the point is that if your identity was your career, let that go. You have a new identity now. And here's another crucial tip. Get out of the house. Go to the next city. You don't need to necessarily leave the country, but just go somewhere different. Sometimes that familiar can keep you stuck. Step 4, creating structure that feels good. One of the most important shifts for me was redefining what structure meant. It's not about rigid schedules or productivity hacks. It's about creating a new rhythm that feels good to you, one that supports your energy, your creativity, and your peace of mind. For me, that's slow mornings, meditation, my bulletproof coffee, and I journal. I write down some of the key things I want to create that day, and just experiencing my life of being present and moving forward. I'm going to appreciate where I am, and I'm going to look to see what's next for me in the next moment. And staying on that trajectory. Then I ease into the day with intention, not urgency. So I'm not giving myself the opportunity to create any stress. Because the truth is, if your routine doesn't feel good, it's not sustainable. It's not freedom. When you create structure that feels good, one designed for your peace and flow, not someone else's idea of productivity, your entire life starts to shift. You stop living in reaction mode and start living with intention. You protect your energy, you stay grounded, even when things get busy. And the best part, you even begin to trust yourself again. That trust creates a space for clarity, creativity, and joy. This kind of structure doesn't confine you, it frees you. And that freedom transforms your day and eventually your life. Step 5, this is, I think, one of my favorites. Build real human connections. Whether you're starting over at 30, 50, or 70, don't do it alone. Moving to Bali showed me how vital it is to stay connected. Seriously, I was living here by myself, and I would connect with somebody in America at least once a day, sometimes twice, in the very beginning, until I found my community here. New friends, community events, and shared meals. It's not just fun, it's medicine for the soul. Do you know your neighbors? I would invite you to meet them. Make some cookies, share a bottle of wine. In other words, get out of the house, meet your community. You are not alone. There's something to be said about having a conversation face to face with somebody. We're human. We need that human connection. I think this feels like the perfect moment to say thank you to our community. Your love, support, and presence here truly mean the world to us. We feel so blessed to share this journey with such an incredible, soulful community. How to change your life, it's not about getting rich or escaping your job. It's about waking up, letting go, focus on your health, find purpose, create rhythm, and stay connected with others. Changing your life isn't about running away. It's about coming home to yourself. When I left Los Angeles for Bali, I didn't just move, I shifted what I valued. I stopped chasing success and started living with intention. And here's what I've learned. You don't need money to change your life. You need courage, clarity, and the willingness to choose peace over pressure and meaning over more. That's real freedom. If this resonated with you or brought you value, I'd truly be grateful if you liked, subscribed, and left a comment. It really helps support the channel and keeps this little community growing. Also, last month I hosted a live Q&A and Ask Me Anything session, and it was such a great way to connect with you all. I'm thinking of doing another one this month. Would you be into that? Let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.